everyone, Rosa Rago here, self-love expert and body intuitive. Thank you so much for watching my channel where I take you on a journey of self-love towards self-discovery and life purpose. So if you're watching this video, you've come to the point where you realize that you are here for a greater purpose and you don't quite know who you are, or you're in the process of discovering who you are, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way. So if this resonates with you, make sure to click the button and subscribe to my channel so that you can get my weekly videos. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below and join me on this journey to rise. There is no denying that we will be faced with life challenges, and there's no way around that. So if we're acting disappointed or we're acting like we're surprised that we're going through challenges, I want you to stop right now and understand that challenges are a normal part of life and they're going to happen. And all that really matters is how we respond to our challenges. That's going to dictate where we end up. We're either going to continue to become more disempowered, we're going to continue to move through life being less of who we are and being less inspired about life, or we can actually end up becoming more inspired, more clear, feeling stronger than ever before, and we can actually live our lives becoming the best version of ourselves because of our life challenges. And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly the steps that you want to take when you consider how you navigate through your challenges that is going to guarantee that you end up on the other side feeling more clear, feeling better about yourself, and feeling more inspired to live every single day. Now, before we go through this, I just want to make it clear and remind you that we are human beings. And what I mean by that is whenever we go through a challenge in life, it's completely normal to have an emotional reaction and to be triggered by things that happen, because we are human beings and there are parts of us that we don't know are there until life challenges happen. So really, it's all about how quickly we can bounce back and get back on track and regain our power. And that's what this video is all about, are the thoughts that you want to consider and the belief systems you want to consider and be open to, that's going to help you bounce back from your challenges and navigate through them in a way where you end up on the other side feeling better than ever before, feeling more clear about who you are, and feeling inspired every day to live your life. So now let's jump right into it. Number one, the first thing that you want to be open to believing is that every single challenge happens for a reason and there's a purpose to every single challenge. And you don't necessarily have to know what that reason is, nor do you want to try so hard to discover that reason. You just need to know and believe that every single challenge happens for a reason. The second thing to consider and to be open to believing is that the purpose of every challenge and the reason is directly connected to you becoming a better version of yourself. So nothing, no matter how hard it seems, is ever actually happening to you. It's all happening for you. The third thing that you want to consider and you want to be open to believing is that as long as you walk around in life believing in the first 2 points, then you can almost guarantee yourself that on the other side of your challenges, the result will always be you experiencing a greater love. The fourth thing that you want to consider and be open to believing is when you're actually in the midst of the challenge. So you've gone through a challenge and you have a moment of humanness where you're a human being and you have a trigger and you have an emotional experience. And from that moment, because you're grounded in the belief of the first 3 points, at some point you regain control and you come back and you start to reflect. And the reflection is you're going to ask yourself, okay, you wipe your tears and you say, what is it that I am lacking? What is it that I need to have, or who is it that I need to be, so that if I were to go through this experience, I wouldn't actually be as affected by it, that the emotional part that I went through that came out wouldn't actually happen. For example, let's just say you have a group of friends and they all gossip about you and they're all inauthentic with you, and then they cut you out of their lives. And in that moment, you're faced with this challenge where you feel alone and you have your human experience where you cry about it and you're sad about it. And you're sad about it because you feel really low about yourself. You don't feel like you're good enough and you don't feel like you have any friends. So that's what you're going through emotionally. But you bounce back because you know, wait a minute, this is happening for a reason. It's to make me better and stronger. And in the end, I'm going to have an experience of greater love. So you bounce back and you ask yourself, so what is it that I need to have, or who do I need to be for something like this to not affect me? And so you may come to the conclusion that if you knew that you were extraordinary and you knew that you're an awesome friend and that happened, you would simply just recognize that it's their loss and you just go make better friends. And that's what you would need. From that moment, when you recognize what you need is to remember that you're an amazing human being and it is an honor for anyone to be your friend and it is a privilege for anyone to be your friend, then all you have to do now is move forward, which is step number 5, is start working on believing that this is true about yourself. And when you do that and you discover this part of yourself, not only will you feel empowered because you did the work and you put in the work, but you'll actually feel grateful that you went through what you went through because you'll recognize that that actually needed to happen for you to go and reach further, deeper within yourself and discover a greater belief about yourself. You see, this is life. We were born a light. And imagine you have 100 lights all over you. And as you go on through life, what happens is we're not really taught or given the tools to understand how to respond to traumas in our life. So when we go through them, every time we go through, one trauma here, one trauma there, slowly each light starts to turn off. And as the light within us starts to turn off, we start to lose a sense of who we are. We start to lose ourselves. We become disempowered. We lack inspiration in our lives. And we become trapped within ourselves. And this is actually not the way life is supposed to be. And what we'll find is as all our lights start to get turned off, we'll start to notice ourselves missing something. Like what's really happening is we really miss ourselves. We really miss ourselves. Like we miss us, but we don't know that's what we're missing. But we experience a missing. And how we interpret that missing is that we think that there's something missing outside of us. So we go everywhere outside of us looking for it in the relationship, looking for it in our bank account, looking for it in our achievements, and we're just looking everywhere to fulfill this feeling that we have like we're missing something. And all we're really missing is ourselves because all our lights are being turned off. And so life is working for us. Life is literally saying, I'm gonna help you turn all your lights back on. So I'm going to expose you to every challenge. And all I need for you to do is to show up so that you can turn these lights back on and actually experience the fullness of life. And that's what's really happening despite how difficult our challenges seem. I promise you that if you open yourself to this perspective, you will have a chance, again, in this lifetime to live fully in your light the way you were meant to live. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel because I'll be posting some juicy content every week. All relevant links for this video will be posted below in the comments, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I look forward to this journey to rise with you, and until next time, bye guys.